All right, welcome back to Beers and Breakevens, a late show for round 21 legends. Next Wednesday night, the 30th, 6 p.m. That's a minute after 5:59 p.m. Timmy, we're going to be selling these jerseys. We look fantastic. Timmy said before he looks fuckable in it. I thought that was a little bit over the top, but he does look damn good in it. I'm not going to lie, right?
I do look good in it, mate, yeah. And I'm not a good-looking man. It's just the jersey doing absolute wonders.
You and the rest of the NRL are very good-looking. So these jerseys, they'll be going live next Wednesday night, 6 p.m, $79.95, or you can buy both for $150 dues. rugbyleagueguru.com.au, Wednesday night, the 30th, 6 p.m, both jerseys $150, each of them $79.95. Our first ever Supercoach team jerseys, the Stallions and the Grizzlies. Absolutely unreal. Shall we rock off?
We shall.
Because no one's ever lost in this jersey anything before. So I'd be shocked if we were to fall over today.
We could just go draw after draw after draw to a point where we have to start this show just because I can't see anyone losing in these jerseys.
I know. It could the eternal draw. Scissor, paper, rock. Fuck.
Back on track. Good to know.
That's an awful omen. Am I taking the new ball or you?
I will take the new ball.
Okay. Kathmandu, welcome in.
Thank you very much. First question from the Scarfy. Is it time to say goodbye to Marky Mark with Walker dominating play and forgetting the other side of the field even exists?
Yeah, not ideal thus far. Sandon back on in this week. I don't know what they'll do with edges or who plays where because Sandon had been playing on the left. Obviously, Mark Nwanga on the right. Look, enormous break even, not getting a lot of good ball, tough run home. I can see well where you do trade him to facilitate other bigger trades this week. But look, he's a fresh body, he's fit. We know what he can do. I just think he's a matchup guy. Even if you only play him 3 or 4 times on the run home, he's your 5th or 6th seed hit up. Hold if you can.
Yeah, I'd be holding. It's not ideal. What I did, and maybe I'm overthinking this, but I loved, if you have a look at the last play of the game, he swung all the way from the right wing over to the other side. I just wonder if he's not getting ball if they do just start to bring him into the game a little bit. I can't see Sam Walker not utilising him for the next 7 weeks.
Or Trent Robinson having a game plan to get him more into the game.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I think he'll be okay. He'll find his way. So I don't own, I'm not buying, but if you already have him, I'd be holding him because I think shit like this will scare people off and I think he'll just become a good little pod play for you.
Awesome. Okay, next question from Jai Christie. Galvin heavily involved and plenty of ball going right now at the Dogs. Is Critter a super pod option?
Yeah, don't hate the Critter play. I don't have his stats up in front of me, Stephen Crichton, but he's never been an overly relevant Supercoach player. I just think, Timmy, in a position where there is just so many high ceilings, I think I do want to look elsewhere. But, man, I'm looking through his numbers now. The last 3 scores, 69, 64, 71. They're without tries, I think. Goal kicking. I can get around it, but I just think there's other guys with bigger ceilings that I'd probably rather target.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of love around for Critter and he's going all right, averaging 61 for the season, but I'm with you. He doesn't do much for me. Look, the next couple of weeks are okay. Manly on Sunday, I think it is into the Tigers, that's sure. But after that, you go Warriors, Roosters, Storm, which is away, Panthers, Sharks. It doesn't get much harder than that. And as I said, he's never been overly Supercoach relevant. I think you're sitting him in a lot of those matchups. So good for a couple of weeks, but no, I think there's better options.
Isn't that good for Canterbury in the last 5 weeks? They leave their home ground once to go to Amy Park. Huge.
Okay, next question from M. Willie. Bradman best for head-to-head finals.
Oh, it's me. I was hoping you'd get this one as the little draft nerd, and you've been looking at head-to-head. You've been looking at head-to-head fixtures since round 1. But yeah, so look, if you're going around 23 to 26, they go up against the Panthers in Newcastle, Cowboys up in Townsville, Broncos in Newcastle, Shark Park. It's an okay draw. It's not that good.
It's not great.
No, it's not great. Look, he's doing good things, Bradman Best. 41 against the Warriors. I don't know. I think as it stands, if you're going to go a super pod at the Newcastle Knights for the run home, it's Dane Gagai. Kicked a few goals on the weekend as well after taking it back from Hastings. Yeah, I'd go Gagai ahead of him in the same team.
Yeah, no thanks. Round 21 this week. Plays the Canberra Raiders, then he has a bye, then he plays Penrith. Arguably the 2 best teams in the competition. He's got a break even of 113. I'd be happy to look at him in round 24. Plays Cowboys, Broncos, Sharks, Eels. Love 3 of those matchups. Trading him in now I think is crazy. No thanks.
Okay. From B. Curran, Only 2 of the 3 can come in this week. Who misses out of Cleary, Haas, or Lomax?
Only 2 of the 3 can come in this week. The 2 I would bring in from that list are Cleary and Lomax. I would be happy to wait a week on Payne Haas and just see what's doing there. They're the 2 that I would prioritise this week.
Not much trade there, mate. I'm with you for a change. I think they're the 2 picks. And as good as I think Payne Haas is as a buy this week, with that injury concern, you can possibly wait a week.
Yep.
All right, sweet. From Bill Mitchell, Keon for a Penrith pod, thinking Yeo.
I like it. I do. He's a bit boring, but he's 536K. Back rollers are dropping like flies. He's had some pretty good rests, and he played less minutes at different stages throughout Origin. Workload probably dropped a little bit, but like this is a bloke, he's basing 52 per game. That'll get up closer to 55 to 60, I think, on the run home, playing big minutes. Soft drawing coming weeks. You know, he scored 1 try all year. I think he had a couple of assists early in the year. Look, it's not exciting, but I think it's decent.
Good job.
Yeah, Isaah Yeo is the home brand version of Charlie Geimer. I don't think he's a bad play. If you want a Penrith pod, I think he's probably the best one to go to. As I said, I think he is a little bit boring. I think that in games where they're leading and doing well, I do have concerns if the minutes will be there for him. But, you know, he's picked up a few attacking stats throughout the year and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm not against it. I think I would, like, personally, I don't know what his price is at, but I think I'd rather take a punt on like Olakwatu than Isaah Yeo personally.
Well, I know he hasn't set the world alight. Angus Crichton's 590. If you get an extra 60K there, just a lot more attacking upside. Yep. I do prefer Angus Crichton, but I think at the price, I think he's a good buy, yeah.
Yeah, Olakwatu's only 60. He's 660K. I prefer both those guys. But yeah.
Okay, cool. Final question until we get to the interesting question that you are going to ask. But
thanks, Caddy. Bored. Sorry to keep you up.
Wow.
Shit.
It's not what I meant, but anyway. You somewhat touched on this, but we can dive back in for a moment. Is Payne Haas a must-have?
Is it me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think eventually he's a must-have. I don't think he's a must-have right now, though. I want to see Payne Haas get through this week, and if he looks sweet to go, I will probably bring him in next week. What's his break-even and stuff this week, Timbo?
90 odd, he's 92.
Yeah, 92. Yeah, I'm happy to sit on Payne Haas for a week. I do think you will need him before the end of the season. So, yes, he's a must-have, but I don't think he's a must-have this week.
He's a must-have. Look, if it wasn't for the fact that guys like Cleary and Edwards and potentially a few others look like such good buys this week, we've only got 2 trades. Some may have a boost, but you could, I think there's other priorities because he's coming out from a bit of an injury niggle post-Origin, but I do think he's a must-have, and I've never said this about him before, but he has been able to hurt you this year. He's had a top score of 140. He could do it again against the Eels. So, yeah, I do think he's a must-have. Can possibly wait a week if you need.
He's averaging 88 points this season. He's scored 1 try. That's unfucking believable. Freak. Okay. Now, for both of you in the studio and for those of thousands and thousands of you playing at home, I want to know. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. You get on the bus. There is a person in every seat, but every seat next to them is free. In which part of the bus is your ideal spot to sit? You don't have your own, you're still sitting next to someone. Whereabouts on the bus? Like, are you in the front section where you're looking at each other? Are you the very front seat that's looking at the back of the driver? Are you sort of midsection, so it's an early exit off to the side? Are you a backseat bandit? I'm looking at you. You got a bit of backseat bandit about you? Are you sort of midsection of the back? Where are you? What's your ideal sort of spot to sit on the bus?
Yeah, I think you've got me. You've been a backseat bandit. I'm heading up there. You know, you go up sort of the slope as well. You get a bit of elevation as well, which I quite like. You can sort of look down on everyone else as well. And I like it up the back. And you can sort of avoid a lot of the hustle because up the front side of it, when people get on and pack in like sardines, they're all up the front. I feel like you can get a bit of space up the back because no one goes up and stands on the slope unless it's properly chockers. So, yeah, further to the back and just jumping on next to someone for sure.
Kat?
Yeah, so I always liked the seats that are just up on
the
Well, no, like I'm talking
like it's past tense.
Like I don't really take buses these days, but like in school I took buses very regularly and I always had my go-to spot, which was, as you're saying, the elevation. I like the first or second row where you can kind of see over the heads and you know what's
Easy
going
escape.
on. People that pick the one right before the elevation where you're almost like there's no window.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah,
window's
yeah.
higher than your head. I always wondered what the appeal was with that.
Yeah. It's a bit of a Twilight Zone, that
Right,
one, isn't it?
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say probably that one. Also depends how long the ride is. If I'm about to get off, then I'll just sit anywhere.
If it's a short ride, you get close to the exit right and get out of there.
Exactly.
I
What
think
about
I
you?
am seat closest to the middle exit. Is where I like to take.
In front or behind?
What?
In front of the middle exit or behind it?
No, like in line with it.
Oh, yeah.
That is the seat that I was just saying.
Well, I think there's two there, but as I said, there's someone already sitting there, so you're gonna be sitting in the aisle anyway. I think. Plus, you've got the beautiful view of the double window door. You can see plenty out there, so that's where I would sit personally.
Well, the good news is none of us are taking each other's seat.
Yeah, that's
No.
true.
yeah, where we can all sit on the bus comfortably.
It'd be weird if we all
Three of us.
to go get the bus together. Like, oh, you sit with me, or we just brushing each other anyway.
Do you used to get a school bus? Do you used to get a bus to school?
When I was a young tacker, I was, but Coomer's pretty small, so I walked to school for most of my life.
How far was the walk?
15 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay, and you were always a bus.
Oh,
Just go fuck
I'm
myself.
so
That's fine.
sorry.
No, it's fine. Honestly, I didn't even actually want an answer. I was just asking into the abyss. That's fine.
You'd have been-
That's the late show for you.
You'd have been a bus guy. And it's a
6:14 out of Mass Compton.
6:14.
I was a 6:04.
Well, I was a 6:04 in the morning, 6:14 in the Arbour.
No way.
What time do you get to school? That is
No,
so
that's the name
early.
of the bus,
No,
not the
the bus
time.
numbers.
Oh my God! Say get to school at 6:45.
You would have shit yourself when I was on the 303.
Goodness me.
I would have panicked you.
Wait, so you two were on the same bus?
Yeah, that's interesting. They were
No, completely
inversed.
different parts of Sydney, just same bus numbers.
I was on Green Triangle.
Is that how they did them?
That was the infant school one, yeah. Blue
That's nice.
Circle.
Yeah. Shout out to our friend of the show, Chris Talakai, who'll be tuning into this.
Oh,
who
yeah.
used to make my bus rides to school just 35 minutes of Soldier Boy that used to fucking ruin my life.
Was that was like your peak music listening then?
It would have been because I was
Yeah.
forced to.
It's actually the last music guru listened to.
It probably is, yeah. It rattled the living shit out of me. Okay. Are we done?
Yeah.
Early finish.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday, 6 p.m. 30th. 6 p.m. 30th. Jerseys. $79.95. 150 for both. 6 p.m. 30th.
Look good.
Rugbyleagueguru.com.au.
Look good, feel good.
Play good.
Oh.